So I've seen people ask, oh my god, did my narcissist ex actually love me? Did they ever actually care about me? Well, from one diagnosed narcissist, I don't think there's going to be a straightforward answer. Like, if I'm just being honest with you, it's not going to be straightforward, but I hope I can still at least offer you some insight. So I do think that object constancy is a very difficult and tricky subject for human beings in general. It's just easier to highlight the difficulties when it comes to talking about a cluster B person such as a narcissist or a borderline. I mean, really think about it. Examine the person who you used to be or think that you changed from. What exactly does that say about human nature? Are we all just hypocrites, or is there a bit of truth in every single person that we were at one point in time? Maybe splitting isn't even necessarily an issue unless it gets labeled as problematic. I do see the hypocrisy when people talk about fairness, but at the same time, they don't actually like it when you refuse to pick a side. So, one example off the top of my head, have you ever had a political transition? I mean, people will either clap or ridicule you based on who you ask. It's easy for a lot of people to say, oh, mental health matters, but oh, are we testing the boundaries when we're talking about cluster B disorders, aren't we? So here's how it is when it comes to narcissistic abuse rhetoric. We're either, so fake because, oh, we're always performing and we have identity issues, or it's so hard to tell when we're being genuine, right? People will, bounce between either of these perspectives. Here are the issues with that, though. If you accuse a narcissist of being fake, then you already have that presupposition that will negate anything genuine from ever occurring. If you say it's hard to tell whether or not we're being genuine or not, then you actually have no basis upon that framework to call us fake or not fake. You literally just wouldn't know because you can't tell, right? So I also want to say that just because I'm not showing you my feelings, who's to say they're not actually there? But people can't handle not knowing. I guess it just comes from being a social species, but this can still lead to projection. Think of somebody that's more introverted. This person might be considered rude because, oh, why are they not talking to anybody? But, oh, are they actually rude? Or maybe you just can't handle someone that, can mind their own business. Or maybe even the reason that person's pretty quiet is because they're an anxious person and they don't even want to be noticed in the first place, but your antagonism is basically creating a back and forth loop for each other's insecurity. So you might be more comfortable with reassurance, but that person might be more comfortable with being left alone. So it's basically just the same anxiety in different fonts. I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot when I say this, but believe it or not, I think I do understand what it's like to miss people. Even if I didn't show the proper appreciation before parting ways, I still have memories about others that, stick with me. So, people say that you need to properly mourn a relationship before you get into another one, but then people also say that if you don't open yourself to a greater, better, new chapter, then you'll never move on with your life. So the notion of, oh, narcissists are quick and already moving on to the next supply, what do you know? Those are just my honest thoughts, honestly.